G'day, Rob Christensen here, author of Positively Influential and certified high performance coach. Do you know what the number one fear in the United States is? It's not spiders or snakes or sharks or even death. The number one fear in the United States is public speaking. The number one reported fear in the United States is public speaking. Ironically, this is also one of the skills that can have the greatest impact in your income potential and your life of any that you could master. When you go to ask for that, when you go to see your boss for that raise, when you try to make that next sale, when you ask a girl out or ask her to marry you, when you're looking for volunteers for your non-profit organization, all of these things require you to convey your ideas to someone else, and usually through speaking. Fear is a funny thing. It's an interesting thing. When it is something that is generated, you don't actually have fear, you generate it. It may have an impetus, but your response to that is what generates the fear. When I was a kid, growing up in Australia, I loved the swimming pool. I would swim as much as I could in the early morning and the evening. It was too hot in the middle of the day, but the pool was open from pretty much dawn till dusk. And then I saw the movie Jaws. All of a sudden, I'd be swimming along, and I'd be gripped by this fear, almost paralyzed. And I would be convinced that there was a shark in the swimming pool, the public swimming pool. And I would be frozen until I looked around and I saw that there was no shark in the swimming pool with me. And then the fear would release its grip on me and I would be okay again. It's, the fear doesn't have to be rational to paralyze you. And I mean, I was 300 miles from the nearest ocean. There was no way there was going to be a shark in the pool with me. Also, when I was growing up, when I was learning to drive, my friend Andrew Marshall gave me a lift home from school one day. And he just made it seem so natural. When I was trying to drive, I was worried about looking ahead for potentially suicidal pedestrians or other cars. Foot on the gas, not too fast, turn signals left, right, look in the mirror, watch your blind spots. All of these things were going through my head, and it was difficult when I first started. But seeing Andrew, somebody who had learned it recently and who seemed so confident and natural and competent, that gave me the confidence that I could do this. I could learn to do it at least as good as he could. So I persisted, I practiced, and in a few short months I was driving around and talking and listening to music at the same time, and it just came naturally to me. So many things that just come naturally to people actually take practice to master. I had entered the confidence-competence loop. I had the confidence that I could figure this thing out and that I could eventually master it. And that gave me, that allowed me to persist and to practice and develop the competence that gave me even greater confidence. The confidence that you gain from mastering one skill can actually translate, a certain amount of that confidence can translate to learning another skill. I was able to learn this, I was able to learn to drive a car, I was able to learn to ride a bicycle. I can figure this thing out too. And that's the kind of confidence you need. Confidence that I can do this, it may not look pretty at first, but I'll get better and I'll be able to master it, instead of some kind of ego confidence thing that says, I'm going to be the best thing out the first time. That's setting yourself up for failure. The other kind of confidence that I'll figure this out, that's what you want. When was the last time you set out to learn something new, something that could impact your life as much? Daniel Coyle, author of The Talent Code, in The Talent Code said that the number one thing that indicated how well a kid would do learning an instrument was how long they planned to play this instrument. The ones who said, oh, a year or two or even a decade, those ones didn't learn as fast or as well as the ones who said, I'm going to be playing this for the rest of my life. Now, if you have ever opened your mouth and made a sound and somebody else has heard it, you have already done public speaking and you survived. It's something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, so why not master it and do it well? Join Toastmasters for 6 months. Just come along, check it out. You'll be able to watch other people, some of whom have been speaking for a long time, some of whom this is their very first time. And they'll get up and they'll speak, and you'll see someone like I saw Andrew get up and do something and do it well and improve. And you'll be able to look around and see that there's no sharks in the room, and you'll get up and you'll make your first speech. And then the positive feedback that you get from other people, some ideas for improvement, and that can short-circuit the growth to self-confidence. I mean, sure, you could go to a therapist and you could try to figure out over a couple of years why it is that you lack confidence and what's stopping you from getting up there. And after a couple of years, you will still lack confidence and it'll be hard for you. But if you get in there and you speak and you get that positive feedback from the other people in the room, then that gives you more confidence. This is your time. Join Toastmasters. This is your time.